Alright, right, welcome back to Young Turks, right? Of course, welcome back. It's Thanksgiving. So, instead of saying Happy Thanksgiving, I want to tell you it's bullshit, right? Thanksgiving's racist, right? The Native Americans, right? Of course, bullshit, right? Football, and of course Lions gonna lose, but they named the NFL Redskins. It's bullshit, right? Oh, it doesn't matter that I named my organization after a murderous organization, right? It doesn't matter, because I'm a Democrat and get away with it. But you support Native American teams, you're racist. But that's beside the point. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to do a prediction, right, for Thanksgiving. Elizabeth Warren, she's a populist versus Blumph, right? You're going to lose. No chance, no way. Only won last time, but of course, brace for impact, Republicans. Brace for impact this time. We got some Mormon guy. He's gonna take votes away from Bluff, right? You don't agree with him, but we need him because Utah's bullshit, right? Wyoming and Idaho are bullshit, right? The Mormon guy gonna take all three states because they're bullshit, right? Of course, but Democrats are gonna win states that are reasonable. Like California's reasonable, right? Totally don't have needles everywhere, right? Oregon, reasonable, totally, no Antifa, right? Doesn't exist. They're good people, right? Of course they're good people, right? Washington, same thing. Of course Washington is going blue. It was the urban centers, right? Very big. The state of Alaska, Bernie cops, right? So of course, blue. Of course, right? Totally trending blue, despite no evidence that shows it is. Alaska, as a matter of fact, will go blue. Hawaii, no way Republicans win Hawaii's bullshit, right? All the states to the southwest, Nevada, Colorado, New Mexico, Latinos, right? Any Latino votes Republican hates themselves and wants everyone to be deported, right? So of course no Latino's ever gonna vote Republican. Vincent James told me so. So of course, Arizona is trending. No way it's going blue red, right? Montana is reasonable, right? They used to be racist and unreasonable, right? Then John Tester gets elected another term, and it's turning blue. So Montana almost went for Obama, went blue. South Dakota almost went for Democrat governor. Of course, in North Dakota, almost went for Obama. So, of course, these states are going blue. Of course, right? And farmers in Iowa, they don't like Trump. They don't like the tariffs. It doesn't matter. You won them by 10 points, and the polls show, Cenk, the polls show the farmer approval is the same as bullshit, right? The polls are bullshit. Of course, Iowa not changing. Iowa's reasonable, right? 4 years ago, they were unreasonable. Now, right, they're looking like they're reasonable. Of course, and new differential, the thing that we've found here. New states. Didn't think we could win them before the last election. But, of course, Republicans are going to lose states where Democrat governors, right? Because totally, if they have a Democrat governor off your election that got less votes than Hillary in a deep red state, of course the state's going to go blue. Of course. Well, Kentucky, because Elizabeth Warren, she's a populist. Republican governor lost. Matt Bevin is bullshit, right? We're a loser. They're going to lose, but we're a reasonable candidate, like Warren. She's going to win. Louisiana, same thing, right? Democrat governor, of course Louisiana's going to win. Louisiana, 10 years ago, they were racist, right? They vote Republican, now they vote Democrat, right? Of course. Arkansas, right? If there's no way Republicans can win Arkansas. This is Bill's home state, right? The Republicans say, Cenk, we're winning Arkansas. This is bullshit, right? There's no way Republicans can win Arkansas. Ever, right? Never happened. Just like the Armenian genocide, right? It never happened. So Arkansas, safe blue. Texas, Beto, he's a populist, right? You win Texas because voter fraud. The Republicans, the suppression, of course. Every study shows that voter ID totally does voter suppression. So of course Texas going blue, because this time Latinos, right? We'll get more of them, make them vote illegally, but we won't tell anyone that, right? Oklahoma warns a Native American. So of course she's going to appeal to the Native American people. Totally don't vote Republican in Oklahoma. No way. It doesn't matter that the tribes in Cherokee County vote Republican. This is bullshit, right? Of course Oklahoma is going to be Democrat stronghold from now on. Right? Of course. Kansas Democrat governor is like finally waking up, right? 10 years ago, this is bullshit, right? And then Brownback colored. But now they have Laura Kelly. She's a populist. So of course, Kansas is going to be safe blue. U.S. Elections Atlas says so. They're very reasonable. Missouri almost went for Obama, right? And Warren, like, Obama's far right. He's great because he's black, so of course he's good, right? But Warren, she's a populist. And Bernie, of course Missouri is going to go Democrat. Illinois, of course they're going to go Democrat. In New York, all these states here, no way Republicans win any of these states ever, right? It never happened, just like the Armenian genocide. That's absolutely correct. Google it. States, of course, Maine 2nd District, there's a Trump's going to win. This bullshit, right? Let's just say, look at the election results. Election results are bullshit, right? InfoWars people try to have some sort of conspiracy against me, or they edit election results to make me look bad. It's InfoWars. It's the Alex Jones people, right? Of course. That's bullshit, right? Populism. West Virginia. Of course, West Virginia Rhodesia almost won. So, West Virginia totally trending blue. It doesn't matter that they say Trump won it by 45 points. It doesn't even matter. Now, we'll go bad news, right? Mississippi, it's racist, right? 40 years ago, Mississippi was reasonable. They had reasonable, progressive, populist Democrats like Theodore Bilbo. And they're like, they're bullshit racist because they're Republicans. So, of course, if the Republican, of course, Republicans did the KKK, the slavery, but Democrats stopped it. Just look it up. It's history. So, Mississippi, tilt Republican. Right? Just have it. We don't want it. Right? We don't want it. Get on the board. We laugh. It is what it is. Alabama, though, back 2 years ago, they were racist. Right? They're racist. But Doug Jones, he's a populist. He's reasonable. Of course, Alabama is going to go Democrat. It doesn't matter. Doug Jones got less votes than Hillary Clinton did in a low turnout election. That's bullshit. It didn't happen. Right? Of course. Brace for impact, Republicans, when you lose Georgia. Right? Stacey Abrams, do voter suppression. He called it out. So, of course, it's totally not going to happen, despite when in real life it happens, they'll complain about it. Because Republicans are conspiracy theorists, right? They try to say that this suppression doesn't happen, right? Of course it happens. I have no evidence to show for it, but it happens, right? South Carolina, Lindsey Graham is gay, right? So Republicans are going to be homophobic. Graham on the ticket, not going to happen, right? They're not going to vote. They're going to vote Democrat, right? Of course they're going to vote Democrat because they're homophobic, but it's reasonable, right? Because Lindsey Graham and Donald Trump are bullshit, right? It's bullshit. Florida totally doesn't even have any statewide Democrats, but it's always close. So Latinos, Cubans never vote Republican because they're brown, right? If brown people ever vote Republican, they hate themselves, right? Race traitors. It's bullshit, right? Brace for impact, Republicans lose Florida and all these states that went for Obama in 2012. Even Ohio. Doesn't matter. Trump won it by 10. Russia, right? Russia did it. Alex Jones people. It's bullshit. Indiana, Trump would have lost Indiana, of course, if Russia didn't hack the election. It totally hacked election results. Didn't put a couple of poorly placed Facebook ads that weren't directed at one way or another. It didn't happen. just like the Armenian genocide, right? North Carolina went for Obama. Nebraska second. No way the Republicans can win there. There's no way. Right? It's absolutely correct. Google it. Of course, Google it. Tennessee, the Republicans fill Bredesen. You won every county, so of course Tennessee is safe blue. Bill Clinton, Al Gore, from the state of Tennessee, they're reasonable, and climate, right, is a big issue. So of course Tennessee. Nebraska at large, the farmers in Nebraska, all the districts can see, is bullshit, right? Nebraska's 3rd district, we have a different story. Nebraska 3rd district is the middle of nowhere. Just like Russia's the middle of nowhere, right? It's just like Russia. It's bullshit. It's unreasonable. Nebraska's 3rd district gonna vote for Trump is bullshit, right? It's gonna happen. Brace for impact. One electoral vote, we lost. It's unreasonable.
Cenk, come get your bacon grease.
Anna. It'll bring me my bacon grease, right? I need bacon grease. It's reasonable, right? Right? The bacon grease. It's reasonable. Thanks for watching. Have a great Thanksgiving. You don't subscribe. If you don't subscribe, that's bullshit, right? If you don't like the video, that's bullshit. If you don't hit the bell, do all the other stuff, you're bullshit, right? Cenk need to refill his bacon grease, right? Of course, I'm popular.